viewers, wishing all of you a very happy new year, and may your 2021 be vastly better than 2020. I saw a t-shirt the other day that had 2020 and it had 5 stars on there, but only one was marked, and underneath it says, very bad year, do not recommend. So there you go. I don't know if I'd even give it a full star, maybe a half a star, but we made it through. So hopefully 2021 will be much brighter and happier. Well, for today's recipe, I'm doing my own take on an old Italian traditional New Year's dish. Now, they would use a Italian sausage, which I'm not going to butcher the name of, but at the end of this video, I will put the traditional recipe with the traditional sausage, Italian sausage. And it would normally be cooked on top of the stove in a big stock pot. But I'm going to do this in a crock pot. And that'll require 2 hours of cooking on high and 4 on low. And because it's just myself and Glennis, Rowan will be around, I'm sure, begging, but he probably won't get any. I'm cutting the recipe in half. So this is plenty for 2 people. If you're cooking for more than 2, then just double the recipe. All right, so this is lentils and sausage. So you're going to want, following my recipe for today, 1 cup of lentils, and you want to wash them, clean them, and soak them in water overnight. Now 1 cup of lentils is going to equal a little over 2 cups after they've soaked. But 1 cup of dry lentils, you put them in your stock pot. Now you can buy lentils in the store, I'm told. These are fresh off the farm. And to that we're going to add 2/3 of a cup of diced onion, or 1 small onion diced. We're going to add 1 cup of diced carrots. We're going to add 1 garlic clove diced, or if you want it in measurements, that's equivalent to a teaspoon of diced garlic. We're going to add half a teaspoon of black pepper. Now, salt and pepper to taste, but this is what I do, is a half a teaspoon. If you'd like it spicier, you can add a little more. And a half a teaspoon of salt, and again, to do it to taste. To that, you're going to add 2 cups of beef stock. Now, if you do this the traditional way, when you cook your sausage, you could save the drippings from your sausage to add to your stock to thicken it up. And then your sausage. Now, this is not the traditional Italian sausage you would normally serve with this. And normally you would cook your lentils, and then you would ladle them into a serving dish and put your cooked sausage on the top. But because I'm doing this as a crock pot dish, I'm going to actually add my sausages to the thing. So it's about 4 cups of sliced sausage. I just want to mix that all in there together. And it's just that simple. Put on the lid. Put it in your crock pot and set it at high for 2 hours. If you need a reminder, you can set your timer for 2 hours. And start it. So when the timer goes off in 2 hours, you'll know that you have to turn your crock pot down to low, and then you can set your timer for 4 hours, and then it'll be ready to eat. Now, as I say, if you do it the traditional way, you would do it in a stock pot on top of the stove, and you would saute your onions and your carrots and your garlic in a little bit of oil, or from some of the oil or drippings from your sausage. You would cook your sausage first, and then you would add to your sauteed vegetables in the crock pot your stock, in your stock pot, your stock and your lentils, and I forgot to put a bay leaf in there, which I will do as soon as I stop recording. So you want to add a bay leaf. If you're doubling the recipe, of course, 2 bay leaves. And you want to remove that. If you do it in the stock pot, you would remove it before you put your lentils into your serving dish. And That's what, if you're doing traditional way, you put your lentils into a serving dish and then put your sliced sausage on the top and garnish it with parsley. But like I say, because I'm doing this as a one-pot meal in the crock pot, my sausage is already cured. I could have eaten it raw. What I did was I cooked it in the microwave for about 3 minutes and sliced it, and I've added it to my lentils. And the reason I do that is it just adds that little extra flavor to the lentils. But anyway, I hope you'll enjoy this. It's sausage and lentils, traditional Italian New Year's Day meal. I'll put a photograph of the finished product at the end of the video, along with the traditional recipe for this wonderful Italian New Year's traditional dish. I hope you've enjoyed today's recipe. Tune in next week for whatever we do. I don't know if it'll be cooking or another story, or I don't know. It won't be metal detecting because the ground's frozen and there's snow on the ground. So I won't be doing that. But the only time I do metal detecting in the winter is if I lose my keys in the snow. And hopefully I won't need to do that. So till next week, take care, stay safe, God bless, and have a blessed and happy and safe New Year.